Hello, my name is Glenn Dyer, and you are watching a Dyer-Situation. Today I'm seeing a cure for wellness. Now this is a bit of an oddity, at least to me. It doesn't seem normal, and what do I mean by that? Like, it doesn't seem like the type of thing that would get such an incredibly wide release. Like, it's marketing itself as a pretty highbrow, science fiction, mystery drama of this man who goes to a clinic and weird, surreal things start happening to him, like an art house piece. And when does that stuff normally hit theaters? That's odd. And it's concerning, because normally when something like that does hit theaters, it's because it's pretty terrible. And usually has, like, a few forced action scenes. Morgan. And if you notice, like, something like Ex Machina didn't have a super wide release. I actually had to travel to see that one. So, though, like, from the snippets I've seen, it looks like it might be pretty interesting. I'm skeptical. I'm skeptical of its quality here. I guess just, like, doing a few years of this has made me kind of realize, like, there's certain things to be worried about. I don't know what this is going to contain, but, yeah. I don't know. I hope it's good. I hope it's not Morgan. Anything's better than Morgan. So, yeah, let's see it. So, you thought comparing Morgan to Ex Machina was a bit of a stretch? Wow. This movie. Wow. So, where to begin? How about the basic plot? Try not to give away the spoilers or anything. The basic premise is that this old man who's the CEO of a company, right? He sends a strange letter to his executives, basically rambling on about the human condition or whatever, and basically concluding that he's just going to be staying at this spa in Switzerland for the rest of his life, and so don't bother contacting him. Right? Okay, so this young, budding executive is sent off to go get him. And when he gets there, he finds that everybody is really strange, and they keep insisting that he drinks the water there, and he keeps hallucinating eels. A lot. He hallucinates a lot of fucking eels. Oh my fucking god, how many fucking eels is he going to hallucinate? But moving on, so yeah, and basically, it starts to seem as if he can't leave, or that, the guy he came to get can't leave, but they kinda can. And here's where the movie starts to fall apart. Once you get to this point in the premise, because I don't know what the medical issue the writer or writers of this movie have, but it's got to be at least more than one. Because, yeah, I mentioned the eel thing, where he hallucinates eels many times, in many places. And we do not know whether this is actually happening or not. In fact, by the end of the movie, we still don't know if most of this is happening. Did it ever happen? Is it going to happen? I don't know. And you know what? That would be fine if this movie was a pure surrealist type thing, but they try to ground it in its own kind of reality. And it doesn't work. You see, because I'm fine with the idea that, like, I don't know, some people drink water and it grows eels inside of them, and this somehow causes people to live forever and all that. You know what, that's lore, but when you go against, like, what you establish and stuff, like the fact that there's no fucking way these eels can keep getting all these places and then recede and then going back just as quickly, it makes no sense. It's as if, like, when they were conceiving this, they thought, like, oh yeah, the end of this movie, it'll just be kind of a what exactly did happen type thing. Like, did this really happen or didn't it? And then somebody extremely stupid said, wait, no, we need some sort of definite ending, even if it makes no sense whatsoever, so let's just add some plot lines from Creature and call it a day. And what I mean by that, this movie has an incest subplot that is very reminiscent of Creature. And honestly, that's the parts that I love the most. Oh god, this movie's so bad. This is total garbage. Oh, where do I continue? The mystery part of it. This movie is a horrible mystery. Not that, just in the way that it reveals all its clues. Why? Because it reveals one clue. This is its formula. It reveals a clue. Our character thinks about this and goes in this direction. And then somebody reveals another clue by going, actually, this is what happened. Actually, this is what happened. It's so strange, like, the way they build information, like, oh yes, this place was run by a guy who tried to marry his sister, so the people burned the house down. And then it was like, well, actually, they burned the house down for this reason. And then later, well, actually, they also burned it down for this reason. Like, well, actually, it's like that's how they keep building it. Like, our main character doesn't actually seem to figure shit out on his own. He's just told it from other sources in the most, like, backhanded way possible. And, oh god. There are seriously some stuff at the end of this movie that make it just absolutely hilarious. Especially, like, the full reveal of this mystery, which I know I mentioned Creature before, but this is honestly taking notes from my fanfic Creature Part 2 that I have been, like, conceiving for a while. Like, it takes a few plot lines from that. And you know me, you know why I like Creature, so any subplots that I would make for Creature 2, they're not gonna be very good things for your artistic drama about the human condition, okay? God, the movie is just so incompetent. And it's such a mess too. I'm not sure what it's trying to imply. Like, I think it's meant to be like an anti-corporation, anti-rich people thing, because at the very beginning the executives are played like complete cartoon characters. like they drag him in there. They drag the young executive in there, and he basically committed a minor crime, and they're blackmailing him for it. And of course, like a normal person, like, you would say, well, we have found these suspicious activities, and we're not quite sure who to put them on, but we're researching it. So it would be good if somebody were to go and get that executive so we could maybe shove some of this thing under, or something like that. You know, a little more subtle. Instead, they say, have you ever felt a giant black dick up your ass? Like, the characters actually say that. It's so fucking out of nowhere. It's like, no. And the funniest part was, like, this is a diverse, the executive room has, like, has a black guy in it, just one, and the camera centers on him for some reason when it says a black dick up your ass. What are you implying, movie? I don't get it. But yeah, once he arrives at the thing, at the place, like, it seems more like just the rich people are being exploited. So I'm not sure if it was really meant to be an anti-corporate thing. It seems more like the people who are anti-corporate are like the monsters in this case. So, what is this movie? What are you trying to do? This movie is so stupid. Who wrote this shit? The funny thing is, there's some cool visuals in there. That looks nice. But the movie in and of itself is just complete garbage because of the writing and because of the acting and because of everything. But you know what? Make more! Make more movies! Make... You know how long it's been since Creature came out? That was 6 years ago since Creature came out. I want another Creature. Please keep doing this. It's easy to make one. Relatively easy. Just keep adding more incest subplots to your Hollywood movies. Keep putting in really shitty special effects and keep hiring writers like this who clearly are high off their ass. Just, if you would just cut this movie down to an hour and a half, because it's like over 2 hours right now. If you just cut it down to an hour and a half and maybe downgrade the special effects even more, like, instead of having the eels be CGI, have them be these, like, sock puppets. Like, if you downgrade to just that, then you will be perfect. Then you will be worthy of Creature 2. This is so close. I think this is the closest we've ever gotten. I can't recommend it, though, as a Creature sequel, not entirely. Just because it doesn't go far enough and it's too fucking long. But you can do it. I know you can. I know you can. Just keep trying to replicate Ex Machina in the shittiest way possible, and you will do it, Hollywood. I believe in you. So until next time, I'm Glenn Dyer, and you have been watching a Dyer-Situation.